Hey everyone, welcome back to the ACL Science Breakdown series, where we dive deep into the latest ACL rehab research so you can rehab smarter, not harder. I'm Alan, and today we're tackling a common rehab controversy: should you avoid leg extensions after ACL surgery? I'm sure this has been one of the most debated topics in both clinic rooms and locker rooms. But a 2024 systematic review and meta-analysis might just settle the debate. And the results, they challenge some long-standing rehab rules. Let's rewind a bit. For years, open chain exercises like leg extensions were seen as risky after ACL reconstruction. The fear that they would put too much strain on the graft, potentially causing it to stretch out or fail. So rehab protocols often delayed or totally avoided leg extensions, especially in the first 3 months post-operation. Instead, the focus was on closed chain exercises like squats, lunges, and step-ups. But here's the problem: we need strong quads after ACL surgery, and open chain exercises are one of the best ways to isolate and strengthen the quadriceps. And that's where this new study comes in. This 2024 meta-analysis looked at randomized trials comparing early open chain exercises protocol to those that only used closed chain exercises. Participants were at least 4 weeks post-operation, and the outcomes they tracked included knee laxity, so how stable the graft was, isometric and isokinetic quadriceps strength, functional scores, pain, and adverse effects. The conclusion: open chain exercises did not increase graft laxity compared to closed chain programs, but they did result in significantly increased quadriceps strength and improved functional scores. And that's huge. It tells us that when introduced safely, leg extensions doesn't damage the graft, and they actually accelerate strength recovery. Now let's talk science. The ACL graft does experience strain during movement, but not all movements load it equally. When you perform a leg extension at 90 to 40 degrees of knee flexion, the strain on the ACL is relatively low. Compare that to walking, going up and down the stairs, or deep squats. Those often generate more tension across the graft. So how are we talking about how dangerous a leg extension can be when walking actually puts more strain on the graft? Plus, early on, we need one thing: isolation. And open chain exercises isolate the quad better than closed chain exercises. Because when you're doing squats, lunges, step-ups, you're compensating with your glutes, hamstrings, or even the non-injured leg. And the isolation with open chain exercises is key for strength early on, especially when inhibition is at its peak in early stages. Alright, so how do we introduce leg extensions safely and gradually in our program? Step 1: timing. Start around weeks 4 to 6 post-operation, once swelling has subsided and full knee extension has been regained. Step 2: range. Keep the range of motion limited to 90 to 40 degrees of knee flexion in the early stages. We need to avoid full extension under load. Step 3: load. Start light. Think 2 sets of 15 or 20 with a weight that will challenge your quads without causing any pain or swelling. Step 4: progression. We need to find ways to challenge the quads week after week without causing any pain or swelling. The way we do this in our program is we start with isometrics. Start in those safe ranges and pick a way that will get you to failure at 30 to 45 seconds. Then once we met the criteria, we progress to partial ranges, eventually to full ranges. So this is a simple way to progress the leg extension during your ACL rehab. And lastly, step number 5, combine with closed chain exercises. Use leg extensions as a complement to squats, lunges, and step-ups, not a replacement. And of course, monitor pain, swelling, and quad symmetry. Let's be real, quad strength after ACL surgery is a make or break factor for return to sports. Quads increase the risk of re-injury, delay readiness, and create long-term compensation patterns. This study reinforces what many of us already have seen in the clinics. Early controlled open chain exercises is not only safe, it's essential. And it's time to move past outdated fears rooted in old studies or anecdotal caution. The goal isn't to avoid all risk, it's to understand how to manage it, so athletes can get stronger, faster, and more resilient. So, are leg extensions bad after ACL surgery? Not when done right. Used correctly, they help restore quad strength, protect the knee, and support a smoother return to sports. I want to hear from you. Have you used leg extensions in your early rehab plan? Did you see better results thanks to it? Drop a comment down below and let's talk. If you're serious about science-backed rehab, hit subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with someone who's still scared to use the leg extension machine after surgery. Thanks for watching our ACL Science Breakdown series, and I will see you in the next episode.